This is Tbilisi in Georgia, and we are here to have some meetings, check some things out. Very interesting part of the world. It's not the most refined in some respects, but in the other respects it's got super advanced systems for things like forming companies and all this kind of stuff, so very interesting. Anyway, today we will talk about number one, what the opportunities I think are here. Why would a person want to be here? I'm here for some banking, etc. There's quite low wages here, which is good. To give you some idea, they would start typically at about 250 US dollars per month, which is quite cheap, obviously, and go up. Unfortunately, there's not a good education system here for skilled, talented people, and a lot of those people leave. So that's not an amazing quality of this place. However, again, for low-cost people, I think it's great. More importantly, though, the thing that I've noticed is if you were to try and sell into the regional market. So basically, what is Georgia all about? How do they try and position themselves? They try and position themselves as sort of the hub of the region. So if you want to access Azerbaijan, if you want to access Russia, if you want to access Turkey, Iran, Armenia, Kazakhstan, places like this. They don't have a lot of natural resources here, but they do a great job of pulling people in for tourism, for gambling. They're really big on casinos all over the place here. And then the other thing that's interesting is most of their people speak Russian. So if I wanted to sell into, say, the Russian market, do I want to set up in Russia or in Ukraine? Ukraine, very corrupt, lots of bribery and things. They had a big anti-corruption campaign here back in, I think, 2004, and they did a nice job of cleaning things up. So what you've been left with is a place that is, in many ways, much more efficient, much more stable, much more predictable, as well as low cost. Obviously, things are low cost in some place like Ukraine. And then low tax, so you've got a good tax environment here. They have a similar tax system to Estonia and Latvia, which is where you only pay tax on distributions corporately, not on income. And you can you could actually have a free zone company and pay no tax on the extreme level. So very good. So if you wanted all of that, and you wanted to access these other markets, plus there's no CRS here. That's a common reporting standard for the automatic exchange of information, so that draws people in. Obviously, what I tell people about that is that I think you should be compliant regardless, because at some point it's going to come to an end and you're at risk if you're reliant on it. That being said, some people like it, and it's great for them to be able to come to a place like this then, where banking is pretty good. They've got pretty sophisticated online banking. If you were to compare the banking here to in Macedonia as an example, or Montenegro, etc., you have much better banking here. Then the other thing that you get is you get really good fixed income products. So for example, high yield bonds, even in euros and US dollars, sometimes they issue bonds at 11% here, which is outrageously high, obviously. If you are talking about local currency, the lari, you can get in excess of that for sure. And now, to be fair, the risk on the lari, of course, is currency risk. But then again, it's dropped from about 1.6 per US dollar to 2.7 per US dollar. So I'm somebody who believes in counter-cyclical investing, and I think it's very interesting to go and get involved in hedging yourself. You would never want to put a huge amount of money or a huge percentage of your wealth in that currency, but as the US dollar could drop some, the US dollar is very high internationally, right? So the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, things like this have suffered relative to it, just like the lari has. There's an opportunity that you could increase. Basically what I'm saying is that the currency risk goes both ways, right? It could go against you or for you. And so for a small amount of money, it might be interesting to check out. So yeah, that is Georgia in a nutshell. There's also residency opportunities here quite easily. You can very easily get residency. You can get citizenship here very easily. And so for people who are looking for an alternative citizenship, very, very good. Very good opportunities. Not an amazing passport, but not horrible either. And not kind of one of the known citizenship by investment programs that's going to get flagged if you go to a bank in Switzerland or something like that with a Nevis and St. Kitts passport. So consider those things. All right, we're going to go off and buy some stuff and have some food.